All right. Because these are all ordinances, we are required to have a public hearing, and we have a couple gentlemen who have signed up to testify on them. As usual, we limit public testimony to 2 minutes, and at this time I'd like to call on Sam Bellamio and Alex Zimmerman. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Good Monday. So my name is Sam Bellamio. I'm here with StandUP-America. And I'm going to begin my speech off by saying that we started 15 minutes late again.
Is that right?
Which isn't all right because I have to pay for parking. This is time wasted. And it makes no sense. You can't even come out in time. I don't know any job you can work in America that you can be 15 minutes late continuously. Exactly, except for Von Reichenbauer. Actually, I'm very proud of him. He came in at 1:30 and had his desk ready, sitting here. He was here. Why weren't you? Where were you?
In here, Republican is very good.
Hey.
All right. So, hold on, Alex.
That's
Partisan? I'm sorry.
sir, would you let Mr. Bellamio speak?
So, my complaint, as always, with your consent items is that you have them all separate. They're all different. You give only 2 minutes for 3 ordinances, and it should be 6 minutes total, but I'm constrained to 2 minutes, and they're all relating to different things. You have the King County Executive entering into an agreement. You have, I don't even want to read all this and waste my time, but my problem is that these committees aren't even open. They're not open to public dialogue. You just had a committee that was talking to 3 potential council members, and none of the citizens could come and speak. Give their concerns. What are the questions that the citizens have? It doesn't matter because you have all the power. You want to make sure to put someone in the position that's like you, that could work friendly with you. We don't need friends anymore in government. We need you guys to have some different opinion. 35,000 votes over the last 10 years? And less than 1%. Statistically, it's 0%. You voted differently. So everything should be on your consent item. Why not? We're wasting our time. Shouldn't have any dialogue on any of this if you're always going to vote the same. And all your decision-making process is done in the committees. All of them. And why aren't we included in that process? Because at this point you have your speeches written, your ideas written, but you're not. I can't change your opinion in 2 minutes. It's discussing abuse of power. Open your committees. Open it to public dialogue. Some of you do it, and I wish you'd start doing it continuously.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Zimmerman.
Hi, my name is Alex Zimmerman, and I represent StandUP-America. In StandUP-America, stand up for ordinary people. Guys, sorry, but you have very unique combination. It's most dirty place in country, what as I understand this, a chamber. And I explain to you why we're thinking about this. You acting a little bit strange, sometimes like a clown, sometimes like an idiot. And I explain to you why, and I give you example. Last Wednesday, you choose a council for district number 1. Situation very unique. Guys, for us understanding, you choose not council, you choose a pizza delivery boy. You understand what this means? That's exactly what has happened right now. This is exactly how you operate. It's a very stupid situation in pure embezzlement. So, I'm sorry, yes. So situation right now very simple. No Don Constantine present, no somebody committee who chooses 3 candidates for this position present, no people present. So these 3 people who you choose, most is a Democrat for my understanding, so don't have a sense. Yes, absolutely. This is supposed to be something, you know what it means, not only monopoly of one party, like we make communist or Nazi. This situation very interesting. And what is these people talking to you? Question what is you give to these people is a standard question. What is not exactly show what these people will be. So for us understanding, it will be identical like you, so nothing will be changed. We need a change right now. We need a fundamental change. So vast proposition, very simple. We demand what is you dismiss this hearing, what is you make last Wednesday about 3 position, about King Country position number 1, and start this doing again. So Don Constantine will be present, commissioner will be present, people will be present. So everything will be look like supposed to be by constitution and by common sense. Because in this situation, I told you, it look like a circus or look like a pure stupidity.
All right.
And I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Your time is up. Thank you. Are there any other, it is an ordinance though, so we're required to have a public hearing. And Sam Bellamio and Alex Zimmerman signed up to speak. And I'd like to remind you, gentlemen, that we're asking you to speak specifically to the question of annexation to Pierce County by Fire Protection District number 22.
Number 22. Well, my complaint is not about this ordinance, actually. It is an emergency, so I'm not going to complain about it. But I am complaining about the committee in which addressed this issue that didn't have open public dialogue, that never has open public dialogue. And I want to use this as an example to show you that this has never happened. The public has no chance when a committee meets to speak openly and address you on concerns that they have. This is a big concern. You know, it is an emergency. They do need services. So why is the public not allowed in this dialogue, in this decision-making process, just before you vote? It's the only time. And last Wednesday is a perfect example, because last Wednesday you had the 3 people for council. You have 3 people that you picked with no executive present, asking no questions. You had no public present, asking no questions. The whole process needs to be redone. The whole process, and I'm not just talking about that, I'm talking about the process of the committee as a whole, how it's starting to address the people. You bring ordinances forth, you impose these things on us without us having ability to have open public dialogue. So how are these 3 council members that you'll be appointing legitimate until the public has a chance to ask their questions, their concerns? It's a legitimate question. Why isn't the public allowed in these committees to ask a question? This room is never packed. We only ever have 1 or 2 people in here. And you can't allow for those for just 2 minutes. That's 4 minutes altogether if 2 people are here. 4 minutes out of your day when you're 15 minutes late continuously for every meeting. Why is the public not allowed in the dialogue? If you have the time to be late, you have the time to allow the public to speak. You're not our masters. You're our public servants. Serve us, not yourselves, not your own interests. These people are going to serve the interest of the executive or you, but not the people, because the people have never had the chance to ask a question. They are definitely 3 Democrats. Definitely. I read their bios. So now what if a Republican has a concern with what they're doing, when are they going to have the chance to address them and tell them that they are concerned with what they're going to do or whatever? You have to redo the process. Please, let the public in the dialogue to ask them questions when you're in a committee. Do it. And also, open up the other council committee meetings and allow public to speak. Make it a mandatory ordinance. And please don't speak while I'm speaking.
Thank you, Mr. Bellamio. Mr. Zimmerman.
Hi, my name
on this ordinance.
Yeah. My master, yeah. My name is Alex Zimmerman, and I represent StandUP-America. Guys, what has happened here, I told you before, and will repeat again and again and again. It's the most dirty place in country, for my understanding, this chamber. Because you're acting like organized criminal, like a mafia. Is this not, yeah, exactly, absolutely. It's not only mafia point, it's very stupidity, and sometimes it looks like pure imbecile. Is this exactly what has happened? And I want to talk to you about something what is interesting, what has happened for last 10 years, and exactly when situation what is have right now is a big crisis what is we have right now. For last 10 years, only one time appointed by women for chair position. For last 10 years, only Democrat appoint for this position. And for example, you, Mr. Gossip, appoint 4 times. We don't understand. Point number 1, why you doing this, you know what it means? You don't shame doing this, you know what it means? When another 8 people sit in this room, you know what it means? Who represent another 8 district, you not shame, go 4 times, it's outrage, it's not look normal, it's a problem. So we have too many complications right now. We have a Democratic Party so totally control everything, a pure monopoly. So we look right now like a Nazi and communist. So we have right now what? Another China, Soviet Union, or German National Socialist, what is happening in Tories. You know what I mean? We need stopping this by definition. Guys, we need a balance. We have a constitution. We have a many party what is present in public, but nothing here. So you make a monopoly. In monopoly, this means you absolutely corrupt. In absolutely corruption is exactly what has happened with absolutely power. In history, have this for many years. So change this. Start be normal. Come back to America. What is we lose for last 30 year.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us to speak.
Okay. Are there others in the audience that would like to speak on this particular ordinance? Hearing none, I'd like to call on Councilmember Patterson to move the item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to move adoption of proposed ordinance number 2013-0056.
Okay, would you like to begin discussion on it?
Yes, Mr. Chair. This item was not considered in the Committee of the Whole. It is more or less a procedural vote. I understand that it's providing for a special election, and it's been requested by the City of Milton.